Yeah, yo, talk crazy on tweets. They don't want it cause I come to defeat. They don't want it. I peep, these niggas all sweet. Bamboo sticks all in the Jeep. It's a new weirdo every week. Get the work, put it up for my seeds. No care for the IG, just no care. Anything for clout. They do anything for clout. Do anything for clout. They do anything for clout. Do anything for clout. They do anything for clout. Do anything for clout.
People need to hear this. It's a lot of names on my hit list. Still say what he wants to. Still wet like a big. I should run a whole blog at this rate. They using my name for clickbait. People wanna start fake beef. Still a little weep in the mixtape. They know I'm the bomb. They ticking me off. Say anything to get a response. I know that mean they traffic is low. Somebody just gotta practice along. So being tamed, I'd rather be wild. This is brandy, they wanna be down. Soon as got something to sell, they say my name, Destiny Child. Everybody wanna be lit. Everybody wanna be rich. Everybody wanna be this. They fuss you out, hate me. Read my promise. All of that talking, I'm calling it out. Public opinions from private accounts.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Yo, it seems like everything is going down the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and the distraction. And now we got a whole war going on. Let's get into this right now. But the funny thing is, Tyler Perry, he hired this talented actor because I have the video. I was like, who is this guy that's suing him? I was like, no, I want to see him in motion. And by God, I saw him in motion. And I said, really? Really? Now, at first, I'm like, this lawsuit is BS. But then certain things in it makes me look at it and it's like, yo, Tyler, you really effed up. Like, that was stupidity. We're going to get into that because I'm gonna actually go over it in full detail live because I haven't been over it in full detail because I'm not going to do it twice. Y'all going to get my natural reaction. And then I got this Fat Joe situation. Come to find out, there is a video where Papoose talking to Fat Joe. No, talking about somebody. And we think it's Fat Joe. About he having an apartment or something a few blocks from his house. And in the lawsuit, it says he has an apartment or something 3 blocks from his house. And then B. Simone. I want to know what you guys think about this girl complaining that her best friend, who is entirely has a lot of money and gives out money to other people, hasn't given her a dime when she was struggling. So we're going to get into it because that's a good discussion. And then all of a sudden at the blue, for some reason, Jim Jones decides to say he's bigger than Nas. Now, hold on. Is that really an explosion, though? Because it was on Fat Joe's podcast. Now, we already know that he's going through a lawsuit. So I kind of think that it's just something to get everything off of Fat Joe and on to Jim Jones because we have been distracted very well lately. And it's actually borderline a mess. So I had to go inside, but now I can't go inside because Trump just started war. So we all involved. I just don't want them to further pollute, intoxicate our air. And I'm just like, man, you can't make this mess up. But let's go. Let's get started with the first one. What are we going to start with first? Oh my gosh. I don't know what to start with first because these are all big stories. I can actually do 3 different lives. But whatever. I said I was going to put it together. So I'm going to put it together. Right now, I got up in front of me the Fat Joe incident. They said Fat Joe, a.k.a. Pistol Pete, Taurus Richard. No. Wait, let me not. Yeah. Rich player. These are different people, I think. Yeah, because he's suing Rock Nation, Sneaker Addict Touring, LLC, John Doe's, Jane Doe's. He's suing a lot of people. All right, let's get into this mess. Hold on, let me pull up my notes.
You have 2 notes.
All right. Hold on. Oh gosh. In case y'all didn't know, I got two computers in front of me. One on my right and one on my left. Because, I do my trading. All right. So Fat Joe's allegations is the traffic lights, which is, the X traffic lights, forced labor, RICO organized crime, sound like feds, violations and grooming minors involves Fat Joe, Joseph Carthage, Gina, and called Gina and others, filed by complainant named Dixon. That's crazy because it's two Dixons. Both of these lawsuits got Dixons involved in it. All right. Partner. All right. Let me get through this now. All right. So they're saying for more than 16 years, the plaintiff, Derek Dixon, dedicated his talent, labor, and loyalty. Wow. To Fat Joe. We're going to just say Fat Joe. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to ramble on real quick because I don't want to go through the whole thing and make it like tiresome. So I am going to read real quick ahead of you guys and just speed up and get to the juicy parts. So he said that Fat Joe left him consistently underpaid, denied songwriting credits, and also purposely concealed royalties and back-end compensations for him. Hold on, my phone is going off. Oh, all right, I'm on time. I have a whole calendar that tells me what to do, when to do it. Let me see. So Fat Joe. So he's saying that he also gave him lyrics to a lot of commercial songs, including but not limited to Ice Cream and Money Over Bees. So he's saying he helped him with music and stuff like that. And Fat Joe deliberately withheld travel accommodations, mismanaged his money, saying, "Oh, you don't get paid for that car per diem, when you're out of town and stuff like that, and getting paid." He also assisted defendant in his criminal enterprise. Fat Joe got a criminal enterprise, y'all. So they're saying Taurus and Joe Spire actively engage in physical threats, violent assault, and intimidation tactics on Fat Joe's explicit instruments, sustaining a climate of fear and coercion against plaintiff and others who challenge the enterprise control. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So he's suing Rock Nation also because the current management and representative entity for defendant knowingly participated in concealing, transferring, and manipulating the authorship, rights, and royalty interests. So he's saying Rock Nation also helped with this. Hey, Keem, how you doing? Hey, DeMarcus, how you doing? Yeah, I'm trying to get through this mess because reading this mess could be boring. So I'm trying to shortchange it. So this Fat Joe situation. All right. They saying that aside of calling to accountant Doe and former manager Doe defendant, Fat Joe stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from Rock Nation and their CEO. So wow, while he's doing the lawsuits, he's also snitching on everything bad that Fat Joe did so people could turn against him. I noticed that is all other lawsuits are doing that too. They're like, oh, well, he did this to you. He did that to you. He even put 50 Cent name in it and said that he tried to unalive 50 Cent. But 50 Cent was like, you can't believe everything you read because, Fat Joe and 50 Cent made up over the years. So then they want to say plaintiff was intentionally excluded from formal payment systems. The W-2s were falsely inflated and reported to IRS to create fictitious paper trail. You know, people with their taxes and stuff like that. So he's just sitting there. Yo, I wonder what did Fat Joe do to him, or what kind of argument they had, because he is going in. And is Fat Joe even worth this much though? Fat Joe personally collected $600,000 and $200,000 in cash at different times from the UPNYC retail stores. Oh, this is what happens when your friends know where bodies are buried. So he's pretty much giving away where he put transactions, where like he's pretty much giving the IRS paper trails on where certain things was being hidden, where he was getting money from, and you know, the cash that wasn't reported to the IRS. Because you know, if you pay cash, that's it. In one document instance, defendant Fat Joe pocketed $30,000 Live Nation. So he's pretty much giving the paper trail and telling IRS he should be he said Fat Joe used these funds to pay off his back taxes owed to IRS. So he's saying when he owed back taxes to y'all motherfuckers, this is where he got it from. Live Nation gave him $30,000. Wow, he's really giving paper trails. DeMarcus Van said, this makes you think if Fat Joe was dealing with Remy Ma actually back in the day. I don't know. I didn't get through the lawsuit because I really said Remy Ma could have covered for Fat Joe also. This is what DeMarcus is saying. Okay, so now he wants to talk about the X-based abuses that were not private incidents or isolated. They were integral to the entrepreneur's culture. So it's saying he constantly had a whole bunch of escapades, sexual escapades. And I know it says minors, but I didn't get to the minor situation yet. Let me see. And the defendant took substances across numerous locations. Wow, he really is trying to open up a fed case. Because once you say did this across multiple states, that's fed. You want to know the funny thing? The lawyer, they saying the lawyer that I gotta look up. Before I say this. Here, let me highlight this. I want to see if it's what lawyer. Tyrone Blackburn. Now, Tyrone Blackburn, he was, the funny thing is, let me tell you something about Tyrone Blackburn, and I got to put this in. He was the one that put a whole bunch of cases towards Diddy. Not Diddy. Yes, he does have some cases towards that. He is A-Rod's lawyer when they came up with that lawsuit. Now, I want to say something. They do say that he is a piece of garbage lawyer, like he's sitting there, an ambulance chaser. However, most of the stuff outlined in his lawsuit was actually used for the Diddy trial with the feds. You know, as far as like the ex-workers and the names he had and the prices they were getting paid, that actually was very true. So for everything else, Blackburn seems to be a little bit credible, but everybody's saying that he is not credible at all. However, he got kicked out the damn court because he couldn't keep his mouth shut. They said while the court is going on, he's like, and they're like, yo, if you don't stop, you're gonna get kicked out. And apparently he could not stop, and they kicked his ass the hell out of the court, allegedly. But this is who wrote this mess. And they saying, like, I'm just saying that they say he is an ambulance chaser. I am not going to go through this whole thing unless y'all want me to, because I'm late with it. So, let me see. Force exhibitionism and enterprise with actual culture, defensive. So he's financially manipulates, intimidates, travels, drugs, minors for escapades, and he also So the development, there's a defendant that is 16 candles. She said she was only that age. Whoa. All right. There is a lyrical reference that are not fictionalized or abstracted, but from part of a larger pattern in which the defendant, Fat Joe, uses his platform in music projects, eschews the reinforced and abuse of power boundaries violations that have marked his conduct. All right, so he actually put in a rap song. Now, she was only 16 candles. I had to nurture that, give her some growth, waited till I touched that cat, told she gonna have to work if she gonna get ahead. Then she drove me berserk when she gave me some, yeah, I know how to rhyme. She told me that she learned that from making my stomach turn. That side note, making my stomach turn. From a prawn flick. I said, Mammy, stop talking. Just suck on the D. I ain't say her name yet, so let's say she's nothing. Now watch me turn this nothing into something. Get it? Mammy, get in that kitchen. This is free base. Just cook it till it's hard, then cut it in eighths. Take the trip across town to see true. Just get that money. Don't listen that Igga think he cute. See all this money we got, we gone shopping, Louis Vuitton and Gucci. We get it popping. We hit the club on some disco, Clico-ish. See the respect that you get from just being my itch. Look, see them, they sick. They want to be in your shoes. That's the game that I hit her with to leave her confused. I'm just using her for paper. She want a man. I'm about to see my other itch, but she understands. Wow. This is his own lyrics, and the person saying that, nope, this is true. And the guy is like, based on my belief, She's My Mama was written about M. Doe 3. So Jane Doe number 3, M. Doe number 3, excuse me, who confirms engaging in many of the acts that was outlined in the lyrics above. Furthermore, M. Doe 3 was required to hold jewelry, rugs, and other questionable items that are illegal. Thank you guys for riding through with music that are illegal to be in a young person's possessions. When she traveled with the defendant's transportation of and actual intercourse with youngins with these minors constitute violations of New York State and Florida. Yeah, so I'm not going to read this whole thing because this is dark as hell. But this is crazy. This could be the reason why Papoose wasn't too fond of Fat Joe and Remy Ma's relationship. Nah, I think he just wasn't too fond of it, period. It could be. This is the industry, y'all. Hey, Detroit Kings, what's up? Baby Daddy said, BBD did say underage adolescent fine sugar. I like do wild things and okay. Listen, I'm in trouble reading this. Do you believe it? I believe the industry is definitely salacious. I believe a lot of people do these crazy stuff. Minors, like, okay, so I've listened to Escape's interview. I've listened to, who else was it? They say that that's just, it's not Little Mo, Nivea's interview and stuff like that. They all dated their producers when they were like 1-5. Got to put that number together. They said that, and Candy, if you ever listen to one of her interviews, she said it was normal for the young artists to date the producers, and that's a normal thing in that industry. So I do believe that part. He did rap. That's his. Oh, you wasn't here, but if you rewind it, he got some rap lyrics that is inserted in this case. So I'm gonna go with yeah. I believe some of it. I do. I believe that a lot of people are like that. Like, I'm not naive to think that this doesn't go on. I think it's normal practice for the industry. I think everybody's friendly and they keep to be in the in crowd, you gonna have all these secrets and stuff like that. I don't put nothing past this industry. I think that whatever happened to him and his friend, he's upset, and now he's snitching on everything that they ever did, which, okay. Every dog at his day. What's done in the dark comes to the light. Now I'm going to move on because that is getting very dark. He said, oh, I heard the lyrics. What you think about the lyrics then, Detroit Kings? Because I need to know. Matter of fact, who in this chat, if you're talking, because I know some people are just watching, believes the Fat Joe allegations? And then we gonna move on, because I ain't going through all of that. That's crazy. Just like I ain't gonna go through all this Tyler Perry thing. Oh, but now in the allegations, they say that Papoose said, not in the allegations, aside from that, on the internet has been doing some searching and digging. Now there is a clip where in the lawsuit, they said something about Fat Joe was living a couple of blocks away. Like he had his house with his family, and a couple of blocks away, he had another house, and that's where he would do all his salacious stuff. Now, they said that there is a clip of Papoose saying, yo, don't trust these celebrities. And, he knows a celebrity, and he's not going to name no names, that has a house, a place a couple of blocks from his main home. So let's get into that video right now. Let me see. Oh, share the screen. Right here.
Leaving his wife for her.
It's courtesy of Empress Radio Channel.
So when you
in detail, but the fact that you fabricating these stories about my character, I got to do it. Also, what I wanted to address throughout the duration of me being home with my child, when you abandon my child, so you can
Hold on, let me find it.
So the main reason why she started to have animosity towards me was this. One day, because every birthday we celebrate.
Hold on.
And
I gotta find this back. The
in the process of me allowing her to lie, do not allow these celebrities who you've been supporting and following their journey to tell you that you don't know what's really going on. Y'all don't know what's really going on. Y'all need to stop commenting on it. Yes, they do. And what did they see? They seen, and I didn't say anything. They seen Papoose did what he did to somebody fuck with his wife. They know that about me. And these stages and these lights blind y'all. Y'all seen it all. Y'all seen when that transpired, when everybody started saying. Y'all seen the lies, fake tweets that went up. Hey, nigga got a little sugar in his tank too, man. Well, I kind of lost my train of thought. She wanted to fabricate about Clarissa. Oh,
hold on.
And it's documented.
Wait a minute.
It's documented because when we met at the Shakur fight. I'm gonna actually give y'all the address.
All right, wait here.
She got another crib, and I finds out She got an apartment. I'm gonna put this nigga down in July 2024, and it's documented. It's documented because when we met at the Shakur fight. And I'm gonna put this nigga down, and you bring him to the way from our crib where she lays up with the lane, leaves and say she's going to work, leaves, say she's going to do this and do that, but she goes to the crib. I've been there. I can actually give y'all the address. So she got this. She got another crib, and shout the. I don't even want to put this nigga under the bus, man. But this another individual who was married and got a crib not too far from the home of his family. But I ain't gonna put him out there. But she did the same thing, which was weirdo shit. So anyway.
All right. And then he's like, but she did the same thing. And he's like, weirdo-ish. You understand what I'm saying? And the lawsuit clearly, and we know he's very close to Fat Joe. And the lawsuit in it says he has a place a few blocks from his family's house and where he does the escapades with the situations. I was like, damn, that's interesting. Anyway. Hold on. Exactly. YouTube streets don't be playing. They be pulling receipts. All right, let me see what else. All right, we're gonna move to the Tyler Perry thing. I'm gonna say this. I had to look at the freaking actor. I was like, well, can this ninja act? Because all I heard in the beginning, because we're gonna go over the lawsuit, I'm gonna breeze through it with y'all guys. Because I ain't going through this whole thing because it is a lot. And I know y'all don't want to hear it because I'm late. So I'm sure y'all heard it a million times, the allegations and everything going on. And I'm sure happy y'all don't even want to hear this salacious stuff. So I'm going to try to clean it up and put it in pause as fast and give y'all as much different information as possible. So I was like, I got to see the guy. Can he act? So I'm going to pull up his acting on screen. He said, "What's going on, B. Simone? She get another book out?" No, I'm gonna talk about B. Simone in a few. So this is the guy with Tyler Perry.
This I think you would.
This guy right here. First of all, that's the actor that he was paying. How much? I gotta Google how much was he paying him because this is ridiculous. Matter of fact, I'm gonna chat GPT while y'all gonna watch his clips. So this is the little actor that he met at an event. I think he's an event planner working around. Never acted in his life. I don't even know if he had acting classes. And Tyler Perry was like, listen, I'm going to put you in my show, and did all of this stuff. This is the guy that filed the lawsuit. I was like, yo, he can't act his way into, he can't even act like he got a job. I was like, his acting is horrible.
Want to know?
We've been through this. You can't tell me over the phone.
No, this I could tell you.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. What?
Okay. So, the butler, Richard, right? He stabbed his father and killed him right in front of me last night.
Okay, folks, another dumb moment.
Now, remember the moment where they said that he, at the end of the lawsuit, he was shot on screen. So he was like that he had to beg Tyler Perry for his job back, which he didn't have a significant role anyway. But this is the bang bang scene, the shoot 'em up scene. I said, oh my God, he really can't act. And
you know what? I'll just take the other one.
And that was the same. That's who he gave him. I think it was like $200,000. Let me see. I'm gonna Google this right now because I need to know how much weight did he get paid. And he got paid more than his top actors. That's why Tyler Perry told him to keep his goddamn mouth shut because that's embarrassing. These guys went to school and all of that, and you just shortchanged him. How much did that Oval actor that's suing Tyler Perry get paid? That's embarrassing. Oh, sorry. That's me. How much? They said while it's going on, details of what they kept that private. Okay. Well, apparently he was getting paid more than most of them. So we're gonna see about that. What else? Okay, so yeah, the lawsuit, to me in the beginning, it said it shows that they said that Tyler Perry had bought him a car and everything. So I'm just like, oh, well, this is him courting a guy. Like he seems like he was into the guy. And I guess where Tyler Perry drew the line, he put him in his production and then I guess put him in a compromising situation because it's like, oh, he gave you all this. Now I can take it away if you don't do X, Y, and Z. And I believe some of it because I believe that he got a fixation out of, I think he's a billionaire and billionaires get bored and they don't want people that just want them because they want them. I guess he wants to play a game where he'd rather somebody, and they like always go after straight men. I don't believe this man is straight. The funniest thing out of this whole thing was that I thought we were all on the same page and knew that Tyler Perry was gay. I'm shocked that Tyler Perry's saying that he's straight, and I'm shocked that everybody believed it. That's weird to me. Anybody in here thought that he was straight? Ever? I never thought he was straight. Anyway, carrying on. Okay, so the part in this lawsuit, because I ain't gonna read this whole thing. The part in the lawsuit that actually stood up like a red flag to me, that was like, oh, this is not good, was the fact that he told him that he got to work on his no. Because I'm like, once you say no, you say no. What do you mean I got to work on my no? My no is not believable. It's not a hard no. Like, what? Now, for that, I'm like, that's not good. That makes me think that he's suspect. Because at first, I'm like, yo, it's just him courting him. You're a 35-year-old man. You got to know when somebody's trying to hit on you. And he bought you a freaking car before you even got on the set. So that is that. I'm getting out of it because, again, this mess is crazy. Now we're going to talk about B. Simone. B. Simone.
Her friend. She watched her.
All right. Let me know what y'all guys think, because I have questions.
Didn't help her friend. She watched her struggle. Baby.
So apparently B. Simone's friend, B. Simone had to sit down, and courtesy of the Impressive channel. B. Simone needed help for financial situation during a time that B. Simone had money and she was giving away money to other people, and her friend, I'll let her tell it.
Didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom. All this happened to me this past year. Jesus. And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed. Jesus. I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid because whatever I'm building my story too. But it's like, as a friend somebody who has it, it's hard to digest this, but she just.
All right. What do y'all think about this? So her friend is sitting there. Her friend is like literally talking to her. And her friend is like, listen, you did not give me any money when I needed it. Not that you had to. She was like, it was not your responsibility. She says that, but she said, I had to dial it back and not feel any way towards you because I saw you giving to other people and you just never gave to me. What did y'all really think about that? I think that, is your friend obligated to give you money? Absolutely not. However, I don't want to see my friend struggling if I have it. B. Simone is like, damn. But see, the thing is, I'm sure B. Simone knew everything she was going through. And she just sitting there like, Jesus, like give your testimony. And it's like, she was like, I'm trying not to be resentful to you for that. And I had to work on that. So I guess it's something that she's over with, but she's actually having a real conversation with her friend. Do I fault her for having that conversation? No, because I think a lot of people would feel a sort of resentment for that, whether if they say it or not. I like the fact that she actually said something about it, because some people would just harbor it inside and then they act shady and do shady stuff or start suing you. like Fat Joe, because that was his longtime friend or whoever that was to him. And he had some sort of resentment, and eventually he's suing him for $260 million. So I'd rather you be upfront. If you got an issue with me, let me know. So I actually do commend her for that. As far as B. Simone, she's not obligated to give her friend. However, before I give a complete stranger, I would definitely try to make sure my homegirl is okay. Even if I could hook her up with a job, it's something. You know, I'm sure you know people in the industry that can hook her up. But her friend never asked her. She never said that her friend asked her for anything. So there's that. Story time. Okay, so I had a friend who's a homeboy, actually. We celebrate birthdays, so I always showed up for his birthday. He didn't show up for my birthday. So, however, this is what happened. And I think one time specifically, my birthday was like a week away or something like that, or it was in the month of August. And he calls me with the funniest story. And the story was, he was at a bar chilling with a whole bunch of females, and I guess he wanted to show out. So he bought Beyonce tickets for him and his homeboy. He's like, oh, y'all going to the Beyonce concert? I'm going to go now too. Went on his phone, bought Beyonce tickets. And then he was like, oh, I was too drunk to go, so I didn't go. And he decided to tell me that he bought Beyonce tickets. She was in my state at that time. It was tickets to the state. I was about 25 minutes away from the location. You decide you're not going, and the fucking tickets just went in the air, in the garbage. So I was like, hold up. You forgot my goddamn birthday, and you have Beyonce tickets, and that is my favorite artist of all time. Because she is. Not of all time, but that is my favorite artist in this millennium. No, I think she's my favorite. Let me not dial it back. That is my favorite artist. And I was like, you forgot my birthday. I was like, you could have just called and said, yo, I got tickets. I'm not going. Take them. I was like, no. I was like, I'd rather not be your friend because it's not reciprocated at all. And that was that. I know that might be petty. I think he paid for a spa day, but I was like, I just rejected the gift. I'm just over it. Because I'm not phony and I'm not fake. So somebody said B. Simone, Just Hilarious, and Tiffany Haddish is in the same category. See, I don't know these people that well. I don't like Tiffany Haddish. I don't really know B. Simone that much. I know she did reality, but the fact that she's giving to other people, I wonder if she was doing it for clout. That is the question I want to know. Was she giving it from her heart or clout? And yes, why would you? If my best friend is struggling and I could help her, I will, because I know some people. See, I don't loan people money. I just when I just give it, and I'd be like, no, it's fine. If I have it to give, I'll give it. If I don't have it to give, then I will not give it. But I will not do a loan, because you will lose a friend over a loan, I believe. Because you'll be waiting for the person. The person, usually if the person is in debt, they're not gonna have it to pay you back most of the time, because they're borrowing from Peter to pay the Paul. Yeah, her friend could told her ages ago, but it's better late than never. Yeah, I like the fact that she told her, because she was being honest with her. If she didn't say something, I remember I went through something and I think I had an argument with one of my friend's friends. And my best friend at the time, I heard she had some words about me, but she never said it to me. So when I spoke to her on the phone, she acted like the event never happened. So when she acted like the event never happened, I just looked at her like, oh, so we just not gonna address it? And I looked at her shady after that. So I just stopped really dealing with her because you're being phony to me. First of all, I heard you was talking about it behind my back. Now you get in front of me and you gonna act like nothing ever happened and you want to hug. We good. Nas said it best. Love changes, thugs changes, and best friends become strangers. He said, well, Beyonce tickets are expensive. I know, but what I said was he did not go to the Beyonce concert and he never got his money back. He let it go to waste. It was there. He discovered that he was not sober enough to go and just did not go. Stephen Harris said, Fat Joe slams. Oops. I got to read this personal. It claimed as a 20 extortion scheme. Fat Joe accused of trafficking fraud in a new lawsuit. I know, I read that earlier. We went over it. Stephen Harris, do you believe that the Fat Joe claims is real or false? Of course, Fat Joe is going to he's going to say that it's fake. Who's going to say that? No, yeah, it's real. That's me. Nobody's going to say that. So I expect that. Yo, giving up the B. Simone situation, I got to play this clip. Hold on.
You know.
Oh.
Okay, folks, another dumb.
Hold on. Let me see. Do I got anything else after this on this clip? Okay. Remember, so 50 Cent's ex broke up with him, right? I got to read this. I got to zoom in. Damn it. They won't let me zoom in? All right. I'm going to have to get the real thing. Hold on 1 second. A while ago, this is old news, but his ex had broken up with him. And she put that ninja is cheap as well. So it's like all these people with money, they cheap as hell. So you got B. Simone, who didn't give her friend any money. We know 50 Cent. I know 50 Cent donate a lot of money in Southside Queens to schools, everything else. But for whatever reason, he clearly don't like giving his love interest any money. I think that some people use him and stuff like that, and he's terrified of that. So this was her tweet when they had broken up years ago. This was what's that girl he was dating? Y'all gonna say it in the comments. I'm gonna look at it in a second. So she put 50 Cent is quite frugal. He ended our 2-year relationship after I asked him for $10,000. Jamira, that's her real name, the ex-wife's girlfriend, recently shared an emotional statement. She continued, ladies, think twice before dating someone like 50 Cent. In fact, if your partner follows him on social media, it might even be a red flag. Now that was suspect. I was like, red flag. Red flag, why? If a male is following him. Because I follow him on social media. So why she said, ladies, if your man follows him? I don't know about y'all, but that was very suspect. She didn't say if y'all follow him. She said if your man follows him. During the 2 years we were together, he never gave me a single dollar. The only gift I ever received was a wig, which he actually asked me to return the day we broke up. It wasn't even worth $100. Now, I don't know no wig somebody will wear that's not worth $100. Jamira explained that she had never asked him for money during the course of their relationship, but the one time she did, requesting $10,000, his response surprised her. He said, Jamira, you're strong, independent woman. You don't need a man to take care of your bills. Here's $50. She said she was feeling disappointed and hurt. Jamira ended the relationship. His final words, she claimed, were, I've been waiting to hear that for a long time. Please leave the wig on the table before you go. Your man is shady, though. She concluded by saying, I truly regret falling for him. Loving 50 Cent was the biggest mistake of my life. He's just extremely tight with money. So they're saying that fans have reacted with mixed opinions, while others point out 50 Cent once famously rapped, I don't care what you heard about me, but a woman's not going to get $1 out of me. You know, can't you see I'm a PIMP? All right. What do y'all think about that? So apparently it's not just B. Simone. How do I go back? Take me off my screen. He said, would you have been mad if your friend sold you the Beyonce tickets on your birthday? I mean, something. If you got tickets and, you know, I'm getting a discount, I would have taken it. But the thing is, it's like, Suburbia Jones here defending Diddy. We get it, Suburbia. You defend everyone. So you're defending Fat Joe too. I know you are. 50 Cent is about to turn 50 in 2 weeks. Suburbia says, because birds of a feather flock together. If 50 Cent is cheap, then your man is probably cheap too. That's what she meant. I don't know about that. Because he doesn't sit there and tell people to be cheap. He actually puts on the front like he spends money. He's building the business. He's never, he's never boasted about being cheap, ever. That's just something you know from behind the scenes. So I don't think if your man is following him, he's cheap. Absolutely not, because he never boasts about money and cheapness. But I would like to hear your opinions on the $10,000. Now, my thing at first, I was like, hold on. How's she just going to randomly ask for $10,000? Why couldn't it be something else? But she dated him for years and she claimed she loved him. So, and she kept up everything herself. Maybe she was going on bad times. Like she said, she never asked him for anything. And he never gave her anything. I wouldn't like it. I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm a giving person. So I expect the other person to be giving. Like, you know, you think of something thoughtful. Like, for example, like this today. I was somewhere and my daughter, she wants to build candles. So I was at like a Black Expo fair yesterday and the person was making candles. I thought about my daughter. I went on Amazon and I bought her a candle making kit and sent it to the house. I mean, if I'm in a relationship and I think of something that my boyfriend likes or something like that, yeah, I'd be like, oh my gosh, you know, because you think about them. That's just like little things. I think that means a lot. So, of course, I would like that done to me sometimes. Why wouldn't you? But that's just me and that's dumb. Suburbia says, so you give a woman $10,000 and then you're fighting a charge of trafficking and coercion. On the other note, that's true, because if 50 Cent didn't pay them women if Diddy didn't pay them women anything, it wouldn't be trafficking. Talvish says the Shy hasn't been too bad this season. Do tell, because I ain't watching it. I heard they trying to make that dude that likes guys straight now all of a sudden. DeMarcus Van said, remember that one of 50 girlfriends asking for 50? I just said that. I just read that. DeMarcus, where you been? He's sitting here watching me and other channels at the same time. I knew you couldn't pay attention to one channel at the same time. It was $50, not $500. I thought it was $500 one time, but I was giving him like the benefit of the doubt. It was actually $50 he gave her. I told her, you strong. You could handle it. Kiss Ninja don't be paying me no attention. So what did Tyler Perry do when his allegations came out? He decided he wanted to be seen at a Beyonce concert. Oh, I'm sorry. War. Donald Trump. This is ridiculous. Let me read what is going on because I'm actually worried now. Hold on, let me get this screenshot out my face. This was crazy. All right, let's go to this Donald Trump situation because we need to know what's going on. All right, so on June 21st, 2025, Trump announced the strikes in prime time address from the White House. So the U.S. has deployed aerial refueling tankers, fighting jets, and repositioned forces across the region. Trump also left the G7 summit early to coordinate with the Defense Secretary Hegseth in the Situation Room. Meanwhile, he's weighing further military options against Iran. Another decision is expected within the next 2 hours. So that was earlier when oh my gosh. So he did do strikes to Iran. Hold on. So U.S. Republicans, political global backlash. The U.S. Republican says many are praising the strikes as necessary to prevent a nuclear Iran through figures like Tucker Carlson and Marjorie Taylor Greene cautions about depend U.S. entanglement. Democrats in Congress, they're concerned about the constitutional authority, and that is by Sen Sanders and Reps AOC. They have voiced serious objections, urging Congress to debate war powers first. Global reaction. Allies like G7 nations urge restraint, while Russia and Iran sharply condemn the strikes as violations of sovereignty or risk. Summary. Yes, the U.S. struck Iran targeting nuclear infrastructure under Trump's command. Smart ass. This is actually very scary. The stock market is going to go crazy tomorrow. This broadens the Israel-Iran conflict into, matter of fact, it's going to go crazy tonight at 7:00 p.m. This broadens the Israel-Iran conflict into direct U.S. involvement. Global backlash is intensifying both the U.S. lawmakers and the international leaders. More escalation is possible, both military and politically, within the next days to weeks. Yeah. So they said we were headed into World War III when he became president. That's what I kept hearing, that they were in the back offices talking about this for a long time. They were just trying to, and the funny thing is, remember I said that with the Diddy trial going on and then Remy Ma and Pat Post and stuff like that, it's like they're keeping us purposely busy. So they kept us busy while they probably was in the back having their discussions about real stuff like World War III. And now they're like, oh yeah, it's in the middle of all of these trials and everything going on. Now they're like, yeah, World War III is about to start. I'm telling you. I really believe all of this mess was just to keep us busy. Let's see. Exactly. So Marcus said Victor trying to get Tiff in the shy. Wasn't Victor gay? I can't do. I don't watch The Shy. I don't watch The Shy. Oh my God, Talvish. Talvish. I can't even repeat what you just said. I don't even want to imagine what you just said, really. Oh my gosh. Stephen Harris said Tales of Taraji P. Henson, Tyler Perry, Spellman, and more. Yo, this is crazy. But I don't even know. Y'all, thank y'all for watching. I guess I'm gonna be live later on this week. But also, I have a new channel. If you trade stocks, follow me. Your girl shows you what I do, what I do every morning. I'm gonna do it every morning, 10 to 12 o'clock a.m. sharp. And that's it. Anybody else got anything to say? Anything? I've been fasting, so I've been a good girl for 60 days. I am no drinking alcohol. I get up and I gotta run and stuff like that. Oh, Stephen Harris, I know you checked it out Friday because nobody's gonna be there for a while. It's just gonna be me talking because I gotta build up. But I think that is going to end up being a really big channel. So, but thank you for supporting Stephen Harris. I appreciate it. Let me see. Do I have an applause button? Yep. All right. I don't want to bore y'all anymore. I am getting off because Stephen Harris, I know you. I just said you was the only person. God damn it. People watched it in the back, but I'm building my channel. So a lot of times I'm just going to be sitting there talking to myself. But thank you, Stephen Harris. You're going to say I was the only person. I know you was the only person, damn it. But thank you. I appreciated it. You kept me company. Don't embarrass me on live. I was the only person there. Nobody asked you that mess. Jeez. Y'all are difficult. Hold on, let me get this man off the screen. I'm like, why am I looking at Donald Trump? Mad ass face. He make me mad now. He is the actual what is he? He's the actual, I don't even know what I was going to say no more. I love you too, Stephen Harris. I thank you so much. Thank you. All right. If nobody else got anything to say on this Sunday morning, he said, let's talk about how it is now illegal to fly women out. Getting flown out. Yes, it is. It always was illegal. Now y'all know. Don't be flying women out. Have them meet y'all. Yes. Have them meet y'all. They got to pay for their own tickets. Yup. I don't know how y'all going to word it. Be like, listen, I'll be in Miami. If I see you, I'll say hi. Like, that's it. That's all you got to say. But the whole flying out, it should be done. It's not a stunt. It will land your ass in jail. Especially because you got people watching too. And if you really got money like you say you do, they could put a lawsuit on you. Oh, he promised me. Because you can't even, like, after you get off whatever you needed to get off, you better keep that same energy. Don't be hurting nobody's feelings now. Somebody said Trump don't have no self-esteem and no character or pro-life. Trump just don't give a fuck right now. That's just it. Just his pictures, I don't give a fuck. Yes, Trump is doing too much. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. And I guess I'm gonna go study and look at the stock market because I know we're gonna do something huge when they open tonight at 7:00. I trade futures, NASDAQ. So see you later. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I so appreciate you. I really, really do. I love you, all of you guys.